Hey you guys, what's going on? This is Jonathan Bailey here, and today I am on day 10 of my 15-day webinar series. Now, I wanted to come to you guys today. I am in a different place in my house. We just de-cleaned all of the carpets for spring, and so my office is not 100% set up right, so I am in a spare room, and I'm going to go ahead and do this webinar from here. But I really wanted to do this webinar, these type of webinars here for you guys, because when I came into this industry over 15 months ago, I saw a lot of people come in with a lot of enthusiasm, with a lot of drive, but within 90 days they quit, or they fell out, or they decided that this wasn't for them. And then I got to talking to my mentor a couple months later, when I was running through the same type of ideas, like, you know what, is this good for me? Can I make any money in this? Will I succeed in it? I knew that there was a possibility that I was able to really take my business to the next level, because I had the same products as a lot of people and they were making money and I wasn't. And it wasn't until I connected with my millionaire mentor who really sat me down and explained this game to me in simple terms. He told me, John, if you want to create any type of income in this industry, you need to focus on the 5 major problems that are out there. And I said, okay, so what's the major problems? He said, and typically when somebody comes to a multi-level marketing, online marketing, internet marketing, that they are told to write down everybody that they know, all the way from the mailman to the clerk at the local grocery store, to your auntie, to your uncle, to your cousins, to your baby cousins. Everybody who has any type of potential income coming into them, you want to write them down. You want to write them down. Well, when people write these down and they talk to everybody that's on their list, they have a problem right now, because it's been about 2 to 3 weeks. And maybe some of your family members have joined your opportunity just because, but then they're going to go ahead and cancel it because they were just doing it just to help you out for that moment until that auto ship came around. And so one of the major problems is not harassing your friends and family. A lot of people do for their opportunity, and a lot of family members do not like that. So that's a major problem. Another major problem is generating leads in general. How do you even get people to look at your opportunity? And then another major problem is how to get people to look at your opportunity and go to your website or to your traffic or to your article, to your videos. So that's another major problem. Another major problem is how to close somebody and upsell somebody. So those are just quickly 5 of the main problems. And my mentor told me, if you want to do anything in this industry, you need to focus on those problems and give a solution to those problems. Now, I've been doing this for 10 days now. Every day, I've been doing 2 webinars a day, helping people understand what they should focus on. And today, I decided to do a little bit more on the lighter side of things, because when we start getting into this business and generating traffic and generating sales, some of us start to procrastinate a little bit, and it's very detrimental to our business and to ourselves. And so what I wanted to do is kind of go left a little bit and just talk about 20 different ways that you can overcome procrastination. Now, I am no saint by any means, shape, or form. I used to procrastinate on every little thing. I used to wait, like I would go on vacation and I would set a date of when I was leaving, and then I would get the ticket like a week before, you know, even though I was supposed to get it like 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance. But, you know, so I am showing you some of the things that I have done to help me get over procrastination, and I wanted to give them to you because I know they have helped me, and I know they can help you as well. So what I would like to do is go ahead and jump right into it. If you do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and put it in the question and answer box. What I will do is I will answer all of the questions that are related to the topic on air, and if there's any question that's related off topic, I will go ahead and answer them off of air, because I want to respect everybody's time here on this webinar. If you're watching this on the replay or on YouTube right now, I want to say thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to go ahead and watch this, and I appreciate it. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we'll go ahead and start with the presentation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I do want to say I appreciate you guys stopping by here today, and I'm going to talk about 20 different ways to overcome procrastination. You can go ahead and reach me at facebook.com, John Bailey Going Places. You can check out my blog at consciouscreatorblog.com, and you can go ahead and Skype me at jonathan.bailey793 at any given time. When you do look at me or find me on Facebook, please go ahead and send me a friend request and go ahead and private message me as well. And let's go ahead and communicate. So just for you guys sticking around to the end of this presentation, you will get a bonus just for tuning in. There's no purchase necessary whatsoever for this, but you guys want to stay to the very end because I have something special for you that I know that if you apply these things, it can definitely help you out for sure. So let's go ahead and jump into number one here from our 20 different ways to overcome procrastination. And that is just to get up and move. One of the best ways to change the channel of procrastination is to change the scenery. And that is by getting up and doing something like jumping jacks. Before I started my online career, I was working in the healthcare field for 15 years. Out of those 15 years, 5 of those years, I was sitting behind a desk constantly. And so my coworkers would look over at my desk and they would see me do, crazy stuff like jumping jacks. I would sit on a medicine ball and just go around and everybody thinks that I was falling every time somebody came by, so I thought it was funny, but I needed to move while I was living at my desk. And sometimes I would just go for walks. And a lot of the times I would do flights of stairs because I knew that burned calories. I knew that would get my heart rate moving, and I knew that it would make me feel better when I went to go sit down. So this is just one of the ways that you can overcome procrastination, is just getting up and moving from where you're currently at. The next thing that you can do to overcome procrastination is set reminders. This is so important. I mean, when you're working for somebody, especially in an analytical type of thing, even though you're an accountant or you're in the financial planning world, you have to plan things so much and you have to use your reminders and so much. This is the same type of concept when you're in business. Is if you need to post something on Facebook, you need to set a reminder. A lot of the times our mind just keeps running and running and running, and we forget a lot of things. So by setting reminders is going to help you so much. I have friends, which I don't understand this with a few people, that they will actually forget to eat lunch and dinner. And I don't see how, personally, I don't see how anybody can forget lunch, because by lunchtime, my stomach is growling. By dinner time, my stomach is like, feed me, I'm hungry. I'm not a big guy at all, but it's just like, I know when my body needs to refuel, and I don't see how people miss it. But if you're one of those type of people that seem to miss your food intake, which you need, so you can stay fueled up to do whatever you need to do, you want to set a reminder. And you want to set a reminder to email your list every single day. Like mine goes out at anywhere between 6 and 7, and I have a reminder at 10 o'clock at night to remind myself to make sure that it's going out early in the morning. And and that's one of the best things that you can also do, is to set a reminder to meditate. You need to take time to yourself. That's why eating is so important, because you get that 15-30 minutes by yourself so you can decompress and then come back to whatever it is that you're doing. And another thing that you want to do to overcome procrastination is get an accountability partner. This is so crucial for your success, is by getting accountability partner. There's nothing like having someone on your side when it comes to making your goals into reality. if you start to slip up in procrastination, your accountability partner will be able to pull you back into the game and really help you stay on track with everything that you're going to do. Like my company had an event about 90 days ago, and they were talking about accountability partner. And for some reason, it really struck home with me. And within 2 weeks, I had accountability partner, and I can say it is the best thing for me, the best thing that is out there. It helps me so much to cut through the BS that I'm going through on a daily basis, because there's so much information out there. They really are able to help you and to celebrate with you, and not to mention they are a sounding board. You need that feedback from somebody saying, am I going in the right direction? Am I doing this correct, yes or no? And they'll go ahead and help you. And it works wonders for you, for your mind and your chatterbox or the ego, because we can be doing something that we feel is great, but then your ego and pride might, say otherwise. But having that other person there can really help you say, no, what I'm doing is correct. And so that's just one of the ways of overcoming procrastination, is by having an accountability partner. Another way to overcome procrastination is just, make yourself accountable for it. I love this photo because, he's really taking accountability for his own bathroom breaks. And that's something that a lot of people do not do for some reason. Maybe they feel that they can't do it, or they feel that, I'll just do it later. But if you don't hold yourself accountable, nobody is going to really want to join you as an individual, because you're not taking responsibility for your own actions, what you say, what you do. And that's why integrity really is important, along with the keep yourself accountable. Integrity is very important. I should have put that in, because that's what it should be, because that means you're doing the same things you do in front of people, behind the scenes as well, when nobody else is looking. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to keep yourself accountable. Another way that you're able to keep yourself from not procrastinating is create something new every single day, no matter what it is, even if it's artwork, photos, videos, journals, anything that gets you in the creative mood and gets you working. That's what you want to do. You can do it with a new campaign. Setting up a new campaign is something that is easy if you do something a little bit to it every single day. I've tried to do it all in one day, and my mind just goes crazy. So I've learned to schedule it out over maybe a 10-day period, talking about one email per day, setting up a new campaign, which really does help you in the long run. And another thing that you might want to do every day or something is like create a lead magnet. So if you're unfamiliar what a lead magnet is, so a lead magnet is something that you're willing to give somebody for free for an exchange of their email address, name, and telephone number. So a lead magnet is very important in everything that you do. You want to make sure that your lead magnet is solving a problem. Now, at the very beginning of this presentation, I talked about the 5 major problems: harassing your friends and family, generating leads to your website, how to close somebody, how to upsell somebody. Those are the 5 major problems that everybody have. So if your lead magnet is geared towards those 5 problems, then your likelihood of getting an email is really high. Now, I can't guarantee anything. You really can't guarantee. The only thing I can guarantee you is being born in this world and dying in this world. And that's just how I feel, because everything else we have to work for. And I truly do believe that. And so just like this lead magnet, you have to work for those emails. And something that you can do every day is talk to 25 different people, whether it's offline or online. As long as you talk to people 25 times a day, that is going to build you momentum. And that's something a lot of people don't do. They talk to like 3 people, 5 people, and say, oh, well, that person doesn't want to join me. I think this is dumb. This is not going to work. But what you're actually really saying is that you don't see your vision and dreams well enough to believe in yourself. And so by doing something new every day and finishing it is going to give you the confidence that you need to really move forward in your business. And one of the things that, that I've been doing is, interviewing somebody with who is a leader in your industry, or a matter of fact, it doesn't have to be in your industry. Just interview a leader. It can be anybody. It can be as short as 2 minutes or as long as 4 hours. But you want to do that because you want to align yourself with leaders. When people start seeing yourself with leaders, it's really crazy because it's like an automatic thing that they think or they feel that you are a leader, and so they're going to start gravitating towards you a lot more than if you started doing something with somebody who's not a leader. So this is just one of the ways that you're able to overcome procrastination, is do a new email campaign, create a lead magnet, and do 25 days, or interview with a leader. Another way that you're able to overcome procrastination is, just to wake up early. The nicest part about waking up early is that it's quiet and it's still. A lot of the times when I wake up around 6 or 6:30, the world is not awake in my area. And when I mean my area, I mean Seattle, Washington. Things really don't start kicking off till 7:30. And so I get to feel at peace. I don't have to hear the sirens, the noise, and all that stuff. I don't have to hear people and the buses going and things like that. And you get to concentrate on a few big tasks as soon as you get up, and a bunch of people and a bunch of things will already be done by noon by just getting up an hour early. And so this is just one of the ways that you can beat procrastination, is just getting up a little bit earlier and then just going for it before the city starts waking up, I guess, in a sense. Another thing that you can do, you ever heard the early bird gets the worm, and that's the same type of concept that you see here. You really only need between 4 and 6 hours of sleep. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical background besides it being a certified nurse assistant for 10 years. But the reason why I say you don't really need more than 4 to 6 hours of sleep is because when you're working and you're working hard and you're on a certain vibration level, your body compensates. That's why eating is so important. That's why moving around is so important, because when you start doing all of this and getting between 4 and 6 hours of sleep, your body can handle that if you're doing things correctly, if you're not procrastinating. But if you're only having 4 or 6 hours of sleep and then you're procrastinating, your body's going to get tired. Your mindset is not going to be there, because 95% of business is all in your head. And so if you want to be successful, you have to first see it and then put your body into action and start doing the things that's going to make you successful. And you start off your day with a bang. Like I was saying, you're able to get up, work out, get your mindset ready, and then start the day, and you'll be amazing at what you can do. It really gets your mind thinking before everybody else does as well. And these are just some of the few things that you can do to overcome procrastination. And another thing that you can do to overcome procrastination is go to bed early. Now, I'm not going to say what early is, because I'll let you make that judgment, because you might have kids. And so early for you might be 11 o'clock because they're brand new babies. Or maybe your early is 1 o'clock in the morning. It's really up to you. But the earlier you go to bed and the earlier you wake up, the more clear-minded that you will be. And I have had test this as well, and it actually does work. So you can't wake up early and work if you don't get enough sleep. We need to recharge, and we need to recharge at being tired indefinitely. And it's a motivator of beating procrastination by getting up early. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to beat procrastination. Another one is clean and clear as you go. So this is one of my favorite photos, just because this is for somebody who really does not like sweeping the floor. Is just have shoe brooms, as I call them. But this is a good way for you to clean as you go. If you have a messy room, you're going to have messy thoughts. Wherever that is clean, you're going to be more relaxed. You're going to be more in the zone because everything is taken care of and your mind doesn't wander to those things that are not taken care of. And so if you do have a messy area, you want to clean that as you go. You want to put things in a nice area. Maybe you're not, good at organizing. That's fine. But make sure you put stuff away. Your jackets, your clothes, your shoes, if you're working on a project, put all that project information in one area in your room or something like that. So that way you know that it's away, but by just looking at it, your brain knows, okay, well, that's as far as I'm going to go with it, and it's going to be away. So you want to clean as you go, and this is a good way for you to, not procrastinate or overcome procrastinating, and just clean as you go, just like you would do, or just like you would tell kids, when they're done with their dinner, you need to go put that in the sink, or you need to go do this, or you need to go clean your room. It's the same type of concept. And another thing that you want to do to overcome procrastination is you want to cut out cable. This is so vital, so important. The media is made to keep you at a lower vibration. The media is made to not educate you on the things that are going to grow you. They're only educate you on the things that are going to create fear, going to create urgency of you need to follow us because we have the golden ticket. They are not there to help you. If you want to move out of your current vibration, you have to cut it out. I cut out cable and it was the best thing for me. Now I have Netflix. And if I really wanted to watch the TV shows, you can do Hulu. But cable is nothing but going to do but hurt you. It's going to hurt you in the long run. They tell you lies. That's why it's called television, because all they do is tell a lie. That's it. And I don't even watch it anymore. It's once I did that and started reading, my world became so much better because of it. And so this is just one of the ways that you can overcome procrastination, is by cutting out cable. Another one that you can cut out is, to overcome procrastination, is just do it. We all heard the excuses. So rather than make up a new one, just hunker down and get it done. Just do it. Nike. I love Nike shoes, so that's why I had to put it in here. But this is a great way of just doing it, because once you get it done, what it does, like psychology, or in your mind, is saying like, you know what, I just accomplished something, and it kind of gives you a boost of energy and a boost of confidence that you're able to do exactly what you set out to do for the day. And so this is a good way to overcome procrastination, is just by doing it. Another way to overcome procrastination is by scheduling a time blocks. Now, this is so important as well, because a lot of us don't even use our calendars. If you have a Mac or a PC or a tablet or a cell phone, you have a calendar in it. So use it to help you. Structure out your day, because when you structure your day, all you have to do is follow. You don't need to think about it. You just do it. And when you just do something, it makes your life so much easier. And you're able to even maybe throw in some fun times in there, because you got a lot of stuff done. Maybe you want to go out for dinner, or maybe you want to go to a friend's house because you got everything done. So you want to schedule your time blocks. It's up to you how long you want to schedule it, because a lot of people ask me that, like, John, what should I schedule? 1 hour, 2 hours? I do it in 30-minute increments, because it's so much easier to follow 30 minutes rather than 2 hours of something. So if I do 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of meditation, 30 minutes of writing an email, 30 minutes of posting on Facebook, 30 minutes of commenting on Facebook, 30 minutes of, training videos, 30 minutes of, active marketing, or 30 minutes of, getting up and exercising, whatever the case may be. But put in 30 minutes. If you don't like 30 minutes, do 15. But you want to have scheduled time blocks, because that will help you tremendously to get to your end result. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to overcome procrastination. And another one is have a task list. So in other words, have a to-do list. It gets hard to get stuff done when you don't know what needs to be done. And so by having something like this with you, it will help you stay on track. Kind of like the block list or the block schedule time. This is similar, but it's just another avenue to do. It will really help you to stay on track. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what we want to do, is just stay on track of what things that we need to do. And by doing this, you're going to be able to overcome procrastination quite easily. Another way to do it is having a system. Now, I purposely put this in because I use this one personally. Now, this is different from time blocks. This is different from a task. It's called the Daily Action Enforcer. You can Google it. I am not affiliated with them. So in other words, I'm not getting paid to show you guys this. But this has a lot of the things that will help you out. It has a timer. It has the daily thing. It actually pops up to remind you of things, because a lot of the things that I had issues with the calendar, that it doesn't pop up and like remind me. It'll just like go to my cell phone, but if I don't have my cell phone next to me, then I'm not going to see it. And so this right here, I think I paid like 27 bucks, but it's a one-time payment. I think it's 27 or 17, I'm not sure. But I paid a one-time payment on it, and I love it. I use it for everything. It makes everything so much easier in my life, and that's what I'm about. I'm about making this thing a lot easier rather than stressful. And so by using this has really helped me. So it's just one of the ways that I personally use to overcome procrastination. Another thing that I've come to over procrastination is, one of the worst things that you can do is start to work and then check your email. I have done it so many times, and I've just wasted a lot of time. It puts you in a non-action mode. Instead of pull out your task list and working on a big project, make sure you check your email at last. Stay away from your emails. It gets you off a topic really easily. There's just too many. People spam your email, and then you want to take a look at this. Then you want to take a look of how to do video marketing. Then you want to take a look at how to do email marketing and how to do an ad write copy for your company. And there's so many distractions, and you're just killing a lot of time that you should be working anyways. And it just, like I was saying, it's not productive. It doesn't do anything for you but hurt you. And so don't check your emails. Put it in your to-do list, your task list, your block scheduler for later. Don't do it immediately, because it just gets you off of track. One of the best things that will get you off of your track of procrastinating is social media. Social media is a killer, but it also is great, but it also can hinder you. So when I'm in my focus mode for my 4 to 6 hours, maybe sometimes 12-hour days, I will literally close every single social media site out there, even though it's maybe Pinterest, maybe YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just anything that will distract me. My blogging website at contentcreatorblog.com, like, I will close all of that, because I know that each time I look into it, I get worse and worse into it. And so you want to block it out completely from your reality until you're done with what you need to be done with. There's just so many times that I've got caught up and I wasted 2 hours and I didn't even realize it's been 2 hours. So you want to make sure that you destroy the social networks while you're working. Don't even go into it. And that's just one of the ways that I found to overcome procrastination. Another way that I found to overcome procrastination is time myself. And that's one of the things that I like the Action Forcer, is because it has a timer on there. I can choose anywhere from 1 second all the way, I think it does like 3 or 4 hours. And so it's really good that I can put in place something that's going to help me, stay focused for that 20 minutes. I have an iPhone, and so I turn the do not disturb notifications on, and I am just strictly 100% focus on whatever task that I have at hand. And it has helped me to structure my day in a way that has just made my life so much better. And this is just one of the ways that I found to really help overcome procrastination. Another way to overcome procrastination is to track myself. One of the best ways that you know where you're spending your time and your money is by just tracking yourself. And I love this photo is because we track our cell phones like we track our money, but we track our business like we track I don't know, track a broke person or a broke car. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings if you do, you know, or feel like you're broke or have a broke vehicle. I'm just making a comparison here is because we track our cell phones more than we track our business. And that's sad because our business is what's going to carry us to our next level in life, but our cell phones won't. Our cell phones don't, but our business does. But we don't track our business like we track our phones. We can GPS our phones in a heartbeat, you know, but we don't track our business. And what I was saying is to overcome procrastination, you want to make sure you know what's going on in your business at all times. And that's just one of the ways that I found to really overcome procrastination is by tracking yourself. Another way I found to overcome procrastination is automate when you can. Now, I think this should be everybody's goal as an entrepreneur is to outsource everything you possibly can. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to show this picture because I think it's what we all strive to do. You know, if you hate doing some, you know, some of the computer work, or, you know, maybe you're not good with emails, or maybe you're not good with photoshopping people, then you can outsource it when you can. You can go to this site called Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. I'm not affiliated with them, so I don't get any money if I mention their name. But you can go there. They have a lot of outsourcing things that you can do that can really help you in the long run. If you are, let's say you are very powerful at making videos, but you have a weakness when it comes to writing, you can outsource all of your writing and just focus in on your videos, because when you focus on your strength, your weaknesses are going to move up the par anyways. And so this is a good way to actually do it, is have it automated when you can by outsourcing it. And that's just one way for you to overcome procrastination. Another way to overcome procrastination is by creating a playlist and getting down and jiggy with it, as Will Smith would say, because it's very important to have fun. You know, I won't lie, there was a relationship that I was in not too long ago, and I focused more on my business rather than relationship, and it failed because of that. And it was because I didn't take the time to create a playlist and to have fun with my life, because I was so focused in on something that I forgot to add value to that. And, you know, it was partly my fault. But I wanted to say, you guys, do not do that, because it will hurt you in the long run. So make a playlist, listen to some music, get out of the mindset of business for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then come back to it, and then relook at everything and go from there. And so I just wanted to remind you guys to remember to have fun, create something that's fun, that will get you out of the headspace and make you smile a lot. So make sure you just jam out to your favorite music, and because that will beat procrastination in any given day. So this is just one of the ways that I've learned since my last relationship to really do, so I can have some fun and I can laugh and kind of, you know, shake it off and then go back to my work. Another way that I've found to overcome procrastination is identify and face your fears. Oh yeah. I love this. I love this photo because there's so many times that fear is the only thing that holds us back.
only thing that holds us back. It's so crazy. If you really think about fear, fear is something that we create ourselves. Therefore, if we're able to create fear, we're able to break fear. And that's by busting through that wall, identifying what your fear is and taking that head on. Like doing these 15 webinars over 15 days straight, doing 2 webinars a day. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That was a lot of my fear of what people might think of me, of what my mentors might think of me, or people that I find valuable in this industry. But I said, you know what? For me to get over it, I have to face it. And since then, my presentations have gotten better. What my background's gotten a little bit, or gotten way better. My vision has gotten better. I don't get cotton mouth anymore. My hands don't sweat. I'm not scared to talk on webinars anymore because I decided to face my fear. And so when you face that fear and deal with it, something amazing comes out on the other end. Something that you've always wanted is going to come out when you face your fear. And so whatever your fear is, whether it's talking on video, whether it's being vulnerable, or I like to say the naked soul, because you're putting yourself out there and you don't know what's going to happen to you. Things like that. When you do that and face it, your whole world will become different, because in quantum physics and the wave particle theory, that there's 2 worlds that exist simultaneously. Everything that you don't want, which is your fear, which is your procrastination, your fear of loss, your fear of people might judge you, your fear of, am I able or am I educated enough? All of that, if you focus on that, that's exactly what's going to come. And that is what you were focusing on when you were facing your fears. That's why it grew so big. And also, on the other hand, there's another reality of everything that you do want. You want the success. You want to have the lifestyle that you feel fit for you and your family. You do want that, that nice house or that nice car or that newest toy, or you just want to buy a yacht. Whatever you choose to focus on, that is going to be your reality. So if you are right now in fear of your reality, you need to focus on everything that you do want. And once you start aiming your thoughts and your focused thoughts in the direction of it, it will come apparent. So you want to start focusing on everything you do want and just face your fears and go with it. And I can't promise anything, but what I can tell you is that your life will change for sure. And another thing I wanted to tell you guys is that since you guys stayed till the very end of this presentation and listen to 20 different ways of overcoming procrastination, I want to go ahead and give you this bonus here. Now, this bonus is what exactly I promised at the very beginning. Just go to 10x-yoursuccess.com. What you will get is called this ebook called 10 Ways to Jumpstart Your Mind for Success. This is something that I put together personally. Now, I have in my current company right now, I think there's around 40 or 43,000 active affiliates. I use this material on this to help change my mindset and change my way of strategies to be on the leaderboards. I have generated over 91 leads within a 48-hour period. And another time I did 124 leads in a 72-hour period. And this information that is in this book has really helped me to generate those leads. And so I definitely want you guys to go ahead and download it at 10x-yoursuccess.com. And this is something that is valued at $97 that I'm giving away to you for free because you stayed to the very end of this webinar series, or this webinar today. Now, if you want to contact me, if you're interested in jumpstarting your business and growing your profits, go ahead and email me at yourfreedomawaits1@gmail.com. You can Skype me, go to my Facebook, / John Bailey Going Places, private message me, and then send me a friend request. And for anybody who wants to join me in my opportunity where I can show you how you're able to use the internet to leverage your time to generate additional income to what you're making right now. I am taking 10 people. My vision for 2016 is to take 10 different families to help them generate an extra $1,000 a month working part-time online. And if you do join me today, all you need to do is go to yourfreedomofwaste.org. You're going to see a video, and then once you go ahead and join after you see the video, I will give you how to be a top recruiter training video that's valued at $997 for free. Now, this is something that has changed my life. It has taught me the correct way of recruiting, and now I am more confident in my ways of recruiting than I've ever been in the last 13 months, and it's amazing. So go ahead and go to that, yourfreedomofwaste.org. Go ahead and check it out. Now I will go ahead and see if there are any questions in here, and I will go ahead and gladly answer them here for you. So give me a moment. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. All right, so it looks like we do have a question here. It looks like from Stacy. She asks, how can there be other ways of beating procrastination? Well, really to answer that question is really whatever makes you not want to do something, you want to do the opposite. So if you don't want to go to the grocery store, that means you need to. If you don't want to send an email out to your list, then you need to. If you don't want to make that new coaching call, so when somebody opts in and they give a phone number, just call them up and he's like, hey, I just saw you enter, what can I do to better serve you? Or what can I do to help you in your journey, in your path, in your career path? And so by doing little things like that, you're really going to put yourself out there, one, as a leader, and as two, you're going to face your fears of rejection, because we all have that. To me, fear of rejection is right next to death, because we cripple ourselves so much. And so by doing this is really going to help you out, and it's really going to help showcase your leadership to anybody you bring in, and then they're going to start doing it as well. And so if you feel that you shouldn't do it, then you should go ahead and do the opposite and do it. That's why I just tell people, I appreciate you guys staying till the very end of this. I should have my office back by the end of business day today. It's been so crazy the last 48 hours here in my house here. And you know what? Hey, I'm working from home and I love it, so I can't complain too much. So I appreciate you guys, and we're on day 10 of how to overcome procrastination, and I look forward to you for my next one. All right, you guys, bye.